coach Jerry Anderson led the St. Cloud State women's tennis team to nearly 200 wins. Tomorrow, they honor his legacy and pay homage to a man who taught them just as much about life as he did about the game. With the goal of $500,000 being reached, the facility is scheduled to be complete in September of 2019, just in time for the start of next year's hockey season. Since coming over in the Dodger deal, Logan Forsythe has been red hot, and that might be an understatement, batting .445 in a Twins uniform. That includes last night a 5-hit game, a career best for him. Well, this isn't particularly uncommon weather in Minnesota in October. It does mean one less round for golfers, unless they're willing to brave the elements. From the only tee box not covered in snow in St. Cloud, Joe Scarrella, UTVS News. 14 seasons, coach Jerry Anderson led the St. Cloud State women's tennis team to nearly 200 wins. Tomorrow, they honor his legacy and pay homage to a man who taught them just as much about life as he did about the game.
He was an incredible man. He was my father figure here on campus.
Is it our time that shapes our legacy or our impact? For Gerald Lawrence Anderson, it was the number of lives he changed.
He never made anything about him. It was always helping other people or going out of his way to do something for someone else, to make someone else laugh. He just lived a life led by faith, and I think that really has inspired me.
As it's inspired so many, and as they prepare for a match against St. Ben's that is more about remembering than winning, Anderson's words echo still.
I think Jerry would say we need to move ahead, we need to move forward, stay positive with the program, and he would probably say, remember the things that I gave to you in terms of ideas and the message.
Same thing for the ladies down there. They had a lot of tough competition over spring break, and it's just a matter of carrying that experience and that confidence into being back up here.
Joe Scarrella, UTVS News.
Yeah, it's been a big drop-off. Obviously, people don't want to come out and play in this stuff, so they try to stay away. You'll have your warriors that'll want to go out there and play every day just to try to get as many rounds as they can before the season goes. But yeah, when it rains and it gets to be this cold, people aren't going to come out. So.
Those who golf in Minnesota know, just like their game, October has its ups and downs, and the weather can be unpredictable.
That's the hard thing this time of year, is that you get a lot of, if you are going to bring out a guest, you have to schedule that well in advance. So you're looking at forecasts, and when the forecast says 42 and rain, there's not a lot of people that are trying to make that happen. So usually, like let's say Friday, if it's going to be 50 and sunny, we're going to be busy. We're going to have a lot of people out here. A lot of people are going to bring their guests out in that time of day.
At the St. Cloud Country Club, they face a challenge that many courses do. When the carts stay in, so too do the golfers. And getting members to the first tee takes more than pristine greens.
You know, we try to run some specials, and we do some things for our membership to try to get them out here. But like I said, they have time, so they'll just come tomorrow. We like to have them here today, but we understand that, you know, sometimes the weather just isn't cooperative. It's a fair weather sport at times.
Well, this isn't particularly uncommon weather in Minnesota in October. It does mean one less round for golfers, unless they're willing to brave the elements. From St. Cloud, Joe Scarrella, UTVS News.
Shot, score! It's over! Minnesota Duluth makes it 3 in a row. They're national champions.
383 wins and 5 national championships. But today, a different kind of victory for former Bulldog head coach Shannon Miller.
Get a verdict like that, you know that justice has taken the right course, and it's a big day, really, for women period, but especially women in college athletics.
That was last March when Miller won her Title IX suit against Minnesota Duluth, granting her $3.7 million. And Wednesday, over $460,000 more was added.
I had no hesitation whatsoever. I'm just going to be very honest with you. I didn't have any second thoughts. I immediately knew that I needed to stand up for my rights and the rights of women, and I knew that I needed to sue.
The lawsuit came after Miller's job was terminated in 2014 and what a jury determined was an unlawful act of sex discrimination and a violation of Title IX.
I want to first of all say I'm extremely disappointed in this decision, very surprised by the jury's decision. I still stand behind the actions that I took at UMD and know personally why I made the decisions I made.
While Miller was given the paycheck she would have received through the 2020 season, her motion to be reinstated as head coach was denied.
3 times Minnesota Duluth has won the national championship.
From St. Cloud, Joe Scarrella, UTVS News. Let's bring out the brooms again, why don't we? St. Cloud State gets another win and another sweep over the Denver Pioneers. Hello and welcome inside the studio. Joe Scarrella with your post-game report. The Huskies get it done once again on home ice, and the Cardiac Kids with another come-from-behind win, 4-3 your final. Back at the Brooks Center, Joe Scarrella with your post-game report. The Huskies get it done, 5-3 on Hockey Day, Minnesota. They get the sweep over the Broncos, the number 10 team in the nation. Let's take a look at your highlights tonight. First period, David Hrennick came in. We had a shutout last night with 23 saves, a little banged up. He stays in the lineup, real tough kid. Huskies starting the attack early first. Captain Jimmy Scholl cutting the slot. Let's go a little wrister from the top of the circle, kicked away. Gorsuch with a nice save. Jimmy Scholl playing in his 139th career game. Welcome back to Husky Face Off. Joe Scarrella inside the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center with the head coach of the Huskies, Brett Larson. Coach, your penalty kill's been tested early this season, but they're at 90%. That's second best in Division I college hockey. It seems like the Paling brothers have been all over the ice on that shorthanded unit.
Yeah, they've captained it for sure.
SCSU on FSN weekend rolls on at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center. I'm Joe Scarrella, and this is your preferred one first intermission report. It didn't seem like the Omaha Mavericks were going to get across neutral ice because the St. Cloud State Huskies offense was spectacular in that first. They controlled every aspect of the game, and let's take a look back